But first, it's time for our weekly etiquette lesson.
Yes, each week you send in your questions about how to behave, and here to answer them this time around is star of stage and screen and song, Anna Kendrick.
Oh, hello.
Hey, welcome, Anna.
Gosh, that's
you.
nice. That's a nice intro.
It gets better.
Much more to go.
That makes me sound really classy and like worthy of giving advice, so that's smart.
That's what we're trying to do here.
Wait till you hear the rest.
Yeah, so apparently, I'm going to keep going here.
Great.
Anna spent part of her teen years on Broadway, winning a Tony nomination for the musical High Society at age 13. That's pretty classy.
Nice.
She earned an Oscar nomination for a performance opposite George Clooney in Up in the Air.
I've heard of him.
And since then, starred in films like Into the Woods and the mega hit Pitch Perfect. In the new comedy Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, Anna plays one of the titular dates alongside Aubrey Plaza. Their characters answer a Craigslist ad from two guys seeking, quote, nice girls to take to their sister's wedding. But these ladies turn out to be rather not nice. It's a little raunchy, is what I'm trying to say. And Anna, it's great to have you back on our show.
Thanks for having me. That sounds about right.
Oh, yeah.
I always love it when people say she won a Tony nomination because it sort of makes it sound like I didn't lose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's
You're
true.
right.
It's an honor just being nominated, isn't it?
It is, and it's an honor to lose to Audra McDonald because really, who do you want to lose to? Who do you want to lose a Tony
Wow.
to? Probably Audra.
She's won more Tonys than anybody else in history, I believe.
Yeah, so which means she leaves a trail of tears behind her of losers.
I know. It's like this year I was watching the Tonys thinking, God, imagine being someone nominated in a musical category if you were not in Hamilton. What a pointless exercise.
That's grim.
Yeah.
So there was apparently a ton of improvising on this film. According to the director, the first cut of this was 5 hours long.
Yeah, there's definitely like enough footage to make 3 movies. When we were making it, I was like, I don't even know what version of this movie we're gonna make because we would do like 18 different versions of everything, and there was a point where I was like, should we all just say the entire dictionary into the camera and then you can just make anything you want? This could be like a World War I epic if you wanted. There's definitely stuff that is in the movie that I don't remember doing. It feels like a fever dream.
It could be choose your own adventure. You could give people different endings.
That's a great idea. New movie.
Oh,
$1
man.
billion idea.
That's going to be on the
Thank
Blu-ray,
you.
I'm pretty sure.
We'll talk after this interview.
Do you remember stuff that you were kind of disappointed didn't make it into the film?
Well, there's a deleted scene where a pig explodes, which I know, like,
Oh, no.
goodness.
just sounds a little over the top, but that got deleted. And the only reason that made me really sad was that was the night that I sort of got too into character and started freaking out at the director, and it's all on camera. And I was like, oh my God, that's going to be the funniest blooper. And they can't put the blooper in for a scene that's not in the movie.
Oh.
You know, it was like one of those moments where I was like screaming profanity at my director, and he was like, oh my God, you're so funny. But I was like, I'm serious. I will kill you. I will eat your family alive.
Why were you yelling at
Yeah,
him?
what prompted your ire?
Well, that's the thing. When you're improving that much, you sort of go crazy. Like, you get in this trance and you're going from 0 to 60 so much that you're like, I'm just going to stay at 60, I guess. And everything I was saying was some horrible, raunchy piece of like vile garbage. So then when I was interacting with normal people, I was like, oh, right, I need to be polite.
Take it down a notch.
Yeah, let me ask that because we do ask this of some guests that do specific roles where they play a particularly horrible person. But, was there trouble shifting? It sounds like you were having some trouble shifting your filter.
Yeah, well, it was hard to like call my parents on the weekends. I was like, just be cool. Don't talk about don't do it. And the weirdest thing that happened was I was having really serious dreams about like the meaning of life and death and all this stuff. And I was like, I think it's because I'm spending every waking moment in like this zany, raunchy state where like my dreams are like, think about something serious for once.
Your dreams are Shakespearean.
Yeah, exactly.
As a ballast for it.
Well,
all
look,
right.
It's very clear that we've got just the woman to tell our audience how to behave. Are you ready for these questions?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't wait.
All right, here's the first one. This is from Alistair in the UK.
Yes.
Alistair writes, I'm going to the wedding of a high school friend, but it's her second wedding, and the first ended after 6 months. Do I shell out for another gift? Does she expect a similarly priced gift this time around? Also of note, I'm getting married next year, and she will be a guest. Wow.
Ooh, I mean, come on. I say if you got her a gift already, no, you don't need to get her a
Really?
gift. She's fine. Like what? What does she need? 2 toasters? Come on.
Yeah, I
No.
agree.
It doesn't have to be a toaster, you guys. There are other things.
Yeah, but like, what has she done to deserve that thing?
Yeah.
Come on.
But what if this was, she says that the first wedding only lasted 6 months, but that could have been years ago. Maybe she's an older, wiser person now, and it's...
So she needs an updated toaster, is what you're saying?
I'm still
or the
not
like.
sure why that deserves a present.
They're giving you a free meal at the wedding.
Yeah, but I feel
You know
like
what? I think if you give her a second gift, then I think that she should owe you 2 gifts for your one wedding. Because just
There you
because
go.
you got divorced and remarried doesn't mean you've done something to earn 2 gifts.
Okay.
But what if she re-gifts one of the toasters back to
Ooh.
Alistair?
Well, then I
yeah.
guess you need to burn her house down.
Okay, perfect.
That's just the polite thing to do.
Yeah.
There you are, Alistair. Moving on. Our next question comes from Sarah. She sent it to us via Instagram, and she wrote, if I'm in the grocery store and a good song is playing on the PA, is it appropriate to sing along with it?
I think public dancing should be more acceptable. I would love nothing more than to see someone dancing in the aisles. If you're just singing along, I would encourage dancing as well.
A whole production.
Yeah. Joy is not an easy thing to come by. And if somebody is like at a 10 and they want to, take that energy and channel it into a grocery store dance, who am I to stop
But I
you?
have to say, if someone's at a 10 and you're at a 6, that could be nice to see a 10 because it brings you to a 7 or 8.
I agree.
But if you're at a 3 and someone's at a 10, you are really going to drop to a 1. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's going to
That's true.
infuriate you.
But if you're at a 3, you kind of enjoy hating. You like, there's a little bit of pleasure in like, this.
You maybe get jacked up to a
Oh.
3.5, maybe.
That's an interesting point. So even though you'd be dropping, you'd really be going up. I
Yeah.
like this. Got my number there. Okay.
All right.
I'm 3. That's my number. You got it.
Yeah, here's something from Chase in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Hard to pronounce, awesome sounding. I often buy food for groups of friends or my roommates, writes Chase. Inevitably, there are leftovers, and I get annoyed when I find that they have been eaten by people who never thought to ask my permission. Is it okay for me to be upset about this? And how can I communicate? Good leftovers are mine.
So what? Chase is making dinner. Chase is making dinner for roommates, but
Yes.
he doesn't want the roommates to have the leftovers.
Basically,
Yes.
yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to call that.
Yeah, that's a tricky one because it's, you've sort of made it their food. Stop being so
Yeah.
generous, Chase. Maybe that's...
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the rule of living with roommates anyways.
Unfortunately, you can't be like, well, when I cook it and it's hot, you can have it, but once it's in the fridge,
It's changed form somehow.
if it's
Yeah.
roommates, he could like put it in containers and mark it for himself as though he's got OCD or something. Mark them like Monday lunch, Tuesday lunch, so that
Yes.
they're like, oh, he wants to take that for lunch.
Yeah.
It's a little passive aggressive, but it could get the job done.
But he could backdate it so it looks like it's gone bad, because I don't think that would stop a hungry roommate.
Yeah, that's true.
And so if you acted like, oh, this is from Easter of last year, oh, I'm not
Yeah.
going to eat this.
yeah, and those roommates aren't going to throw that away.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
count on them having been drunk enough when they first ate it not to remember when it happened.
That's right. All right,
There you
Chase,
go.
plenty of strategies for you and your weird you giveth and taketh away with your food. It's confusing.
Yes, but thank you for writing. And Anna Kendrick, thank you for telling our audience how to behave.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm glad that we really helped some people out and changed some lives today.